There. Your. It's. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Is This Going to Be on the Test? My name is Joe Burns. I am a college professor, and hopefully through this podcast I can help you through your college career. Remember, I need 10 minutes of your time, at least in this podcast. I may break this into 2 podcasts so I can get through it all. And also, like, subscribe, do all those things that social media people do. Nothing, here's a tip, nothing will make you appear less educated, will make you look lower in a lot of people's eyes, will get you a bad grade. Nothing will do it quicker than incorrect use of the English language, misspellings, incorrect word use, partial sentences, fragments, and simply not showing the ability to write. Now, my school has one of these, and I guarantee yours does as well. It's sort of a writing center, a place where you can take your pieces and say, hey, look, would you look this over? Would you tell me what's good and what's bad? Take advantage of that, because again, nothing will alter people's perception of you quicker than these silly English mistakes. I'm going to help you out with that because I've been keeping this document now for, 2 or 3 years. In my classes, every time some new English thing pops up or seems to become popular, I put it on here. And I hand this out to my classes, especially a 159 class, and say to them, look, you're freshmen. Let me give you the things that can go wrong in your writing so you can avoid them. I'm going to go through these pretty quick because I want to do them in 2 podcasts, but all you got to do is pause, write this stuff down, okay? Overriding. Here's an overriding idea for your writing. Write in active voice. That is subject, verb, direct object. Bob hit the ball. Bob, subject, hit, verb, the ball, direct object. Okay? If you write in that format, it is understood as it comes out of the mouth. Bob hit the ball. If you turn it around like a lot of students do, attempting to sound greatly intelligent, Shakespearean, the ball was hit by Bob, what you're doing is asking the audience to remember part of your sentence and start again. The ball was hit by Bob. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. If you turn that around and you do the lazy dog was jumped over by the quick brown fox, you're writing in passive voice. Write in active, which is always subject, verb, direct object. Okay? Number 2, write so it is visual. Remember, if somebody's going to read your stuff or you're going to do a presentation, what you need to do is storytell. You need to write so that the visuals appear in someone's head. How do you know whether you've done that or not? It's a simple trick. Read your stuff out loud to yourself. And I don't mean, read it out loud. What that's going to do is tell you how it's going to sound to somebody else. And you'd be amazed how many mistakes you catch just by reading your stuff out loud. So every time you finish something, read it out loud. And here we go again. Some other things to be concerned about. Again, I'm going to do this quickly because I want to get it into 2 podcasts. Exclamation points. They're not really great in academic writing. As a matter of fact, the beginning of my 159 class, I have them write an exclamation point and I say, that's the last exclamation point you can use in this class. Exclamation points are for scripts, people yelling, that kind of stuff. In academic writing, if you have to shout your point, you've not made it. So work more on making your point rather than exclaiming something, okay? The word very and the word really. They're boring modifiers that say nothing. The woman was really, really tall. Really? Are you sure she wasn't really, really, really tall? The man was very smart. Really? You sure he wasn't very, very smart? These words don't mean anything. So you can use 9 or 12 or 3 or 1 of them. The English language has the most number of words of any language. Really. Use the Google. Look it up. it's a whole lot better to find the correct word rather than modifying a simpler word. So don't say very, very tall. Say statuesque, basketball player like. That one wasn't very good. The woman isn't very, very sad. She's morose. The man wasn't very, very large. He was behemoth. Use a word rather than modifying a simpler word. Does that make sense? And that's going to take a little effort on your part, but it's going to make your writing so much better. In your academic writing, do not cite a dictionary, a textbook, or an encyclopedia, including Wikipedia. Now, where students get wrapped around the axle on this is Wikipedia is very easy. And you're right, it is. And it's not necessarily wrong. It could be that the information you give is correct. Here's the problem, and it really, people will get into the concept of Wikipedia can be wrong and all that. Yeah, I get it. It's just that the textbook, a dictionary, and an encyclopedia, including Wikipedia, proves to me, the reader, you took the least amount of effort you possibly could. It's high schooly. It's childish. You start a paper with, the Oxford Dictionary defines a guitar as a... No, come on. It's not ninth grade anymore. Find other things. So don't do those. And I don't know why this happened, but for a while there, I kept getting the phrase, I think we can all agree. Number one, who's we? I'm one person reading your paper. But even in speeches, I think we can all agree. Whoa. How about you say your comment? I'll decide whether I agree or not. How about that? Unless you are specifically told to do it. Don't write your academic papers in first person. I did this, I believe that, I am of this, I am of that. You can't really cite yourself. If something happened to you, it doesn't mean it generally transfers to the remainder of the world. If that's a way to keep it in your mind or sort of give you the reason why you shouldn't do it, great. But unless you are specifically asked to do it, don't write in first person. And it does happen. I have students write opinion pieces and I tell them write in first person. But unless you're specifically told to do it, don't do it. There is no such word as a lot. There is a lot, but there's no such word as a lot. Don't run them together. There is no such word as noony. Noony. I think you mean no one. N-O space O-N-E. I get noony and a lot jammed together a lot. Okay, look, there's a trio. There's a trio of mistakes that are so common and so easily picked out. And if you make these mistakes, you literally give your audience, your reader, the simplest method of attacking you. And if you're on social media, you know this. People go bonkers over this. There. Okay? It is over there, T-H-E-R-E, place. This is their book, T-H-E-I-R. They're going to the store, T-H-E-Y, R-E. When a there comes up, get it right. It is the cliche wrong, and you need to get it right. That's one of the trio. The second, it's. This one is kind of weird. It's kind of counterintuitive. Apostrophe S means possession. Joe Burns' book. Actually, it would be Joe's book because Burns wouldn't have an additional S. Get your possession right as well. But when you do IT apostrophe S, what it is a conjunction. It's getting rid of the I, so it is. So use the apostrophe when you mean it is. And I know that's counterintuitive. When you mean a possession, like its place to stay, its shelf, what you want is ITS with no apostrophe. Again, counterintuitive, but when there comes up and its comes up, get them right. They are too easy. And the third of the trio, your. This is the one that social media has just grabbed onto like nobody's business. There's your, as in possession, this is your book, and there is you are. You are being a jerk pointing out the fact that I got your wrong. You are, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. This one's real easy. Just when it comes up, read the sentence with the words you are. This is you are book. That's not right. So your, Y-O-U-R. Those three you gotta get. There, it's, and your. Those are so easy for human beings to grab onto and run yourself into trouble. Ready? Lay, lie. Do you lay it down? Do you lie it down? Here's the quickest way for you to figure it out. You'll never get it wrong again. Things with an I, lie. Things with an I, lie. Things with an I. Basically, can it physically put itself down on the ground? Can it do it? Can a dog put itself on the ground? Yes. Lie. Things with an I, lie. This piece of paper, can it put itself on the ground? No, you have to put it there. Thus, lay. Things with an I, lie. And that wraps it up. I'm out of time. We're going to do one more on this so I can finish this list here. So thank you so very much for listening. I'm Joe Burns. And remember, is this going to be on the test? Probably.